Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news here for you, and the headline of the news reads: Nnamdi Kanu revealed the exact country Abba Kyari has been secretly flown for treatment. Alright, but before we continue with details of the news and other analysis, we would like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish videos on YouTube. Alright, let's look at the news in detail. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has alleged that Abba Kyari has come back to Cuba for coronavirus treatment. Kanu wondered why former governor of Abia State, Ojuzo Kalu, and former spokesperson of the People Democratic Party, PDP, Olisa Metu, are in jail, while Nyari, who according to him has looted the budgetary allocation to the Aso Rock Clinic since 2015. There is a developing story that President Muhammadu Buhari and his chief of staff, Abba Kyari, had secretly left the shores of Nigeria seeking treatment for coronavirus, otherwise called COVID-19, abroad. The rumor is getting stronger and spreading like the dreaded virus itself, as Nigerians are now asking for the whereabouts of their president on social media platform. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, on Thursday debunked the rumor that Buhari has also contracted the dreaded virus. Also, the president aide, Bashir Ahmed, also said that the rumor of Buhari being flown abroad was untrue, sharing pictures of him working from his office. However, Kanu, not mentioning Buhari's whereabouts, claimed that Abba Kyari has been flown to Cuba, describing Fulani political class as the most corrupt in the world. And according to him in his Facebook page, he said he's Ojuzo Kalu and Olisa Metu in jail, while the real Fulani criminals are allowed to scamper to Cuba for coronavirus treatment, he wrote on Facebook. Here is confirmation of what I alluded to earlier in my live broadcast this evening. The figure below are Aso Rock Clinic budget in successive budgets since the Fulani Mad Dogs took over power in Nigeria. Then see the headline from Aisha Buhari, who in effect has confirmed that their Fulani Jojo government looted all the money. And he started spelling it out. I'm going to read it out to you. The budget that was given to, for Aso Rock Clinic since from inception of this current administration, that's from 2015. And according to Nnamdi Kanu, he said 2015, what was allotted to the clinic was 3.94 billion naira. In 2016, they had 3.87 billion naira. 2017, they had 3.2 billion naira. And in 2018, they had 1.08 billion naira. And totaling, though he did not include 2019 and 2020, but if you sum all of this up, it's about 12.04 billion naira. And then he went further to say there are no ventilators, syringe, or common cotton wool in the so-called clinic after budgeting and appropriating billions and over many years for it. Abba Kyari and his gang looted the funds but are hypocritically busy jailing southerners while idiots are busy cheering them up. Inhabitants of the zoo, behold your first lady. Fulani political class is the most corrupt breed of reprobates on the face of this planet. They are the people fighting corruption. Are you still proud? Are you still a proud Nigerian? He said. Wow, that is a tough one coming from Nnamdi Kanu, who is the leader of Biafra. He's been pursuing the realization of Biafra for quite some time, I think far back 2012 till date, and there had been a lot of reactions from Nigerians in respect to this. And one of them says here that Nigeria is a banana republic. Another one says that Nigeria has nothing good to offer. Another one says this current leadership has proven to us that they are overly corrupt than Jonathan administration. There are a lot of reactions from Nigeria in respect to this, and we just want to look at this critically. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure of these information by Nnamdi Kanu, but though in subsequent or previous information he has been given, sometimes 90% of it is always correct. I don't know how he gets his information, but every time if you see him talk emphatically like this, check out in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 days or weeks, you'll be surprised to see that actually what he was saying was nothing but the truth. And now he has also opened up telling Nigerians that Abba Kyari has been moved to Cuba for treatment, and has also spelled out how much has been spent just from 2015 to 2018. It didn't even include that of 2019 and 2020, and it all amounted to about 12.0 billion naira, which is really unthinkable. You cannot tell me that with such provision that Aso Rock Clinic wouldn't have been the best in the world. Nobody can tell me that. And guess what? He's not the only person who is talking about this. If you go on the social media, Instagram, for example, this guy came out with a song about it. He said when they thought abroad was just it. So they were not interested in taking care of Nigerian hospital, because anytime that they have ailment, they'll just fly to abroad. But now that coronavirus has affected everywhere and everywhere is on lockdown, let them also suffer what the common man on the street has been suffering. Let them go back to the poor medical facilities that they have. Not just him, we have seen so many comedians also coming on board and telling them that they can't go anywhere, they need to stay back and suffer what Nigerians have been suffering thus far. Though we do not know the exact whereabouts of Abba Kyari, but I want to say with all amount of objectivity, not just objectivity, with all amount of seriousness, that what this country is currently passing through is caused by our leaders. Imagine the situation that we have found ourselves. Imagine if this thing escalates to the level where it is currently in United States of America. I had already pre-informed us in our previous video that United States right now, in terms of number, they are higher than China and Italy. And information have it that if you've been watching television, that's BBC and the likes, you'll see that most places have been turned to temporary hospitals so that they can house those who are victims of this virus. Imagine if such a thing happened in Nigeria. How do we cope with it? How do we handle it when our leaders have not helped out in any way? And the most amazing part of this whole thing is that you keep on giving them budgets every year, and there is no time for performance review for all the monies that they have squandered thus far. Constituency money is there that have been given to the senators, which they have not accounted for it from inception till date. Okay, those who have been given a position of leadership, maybe ministerial positions or maybe chairman of some agencies, especially that which has to do with health. Why is it that these people are not being brought to book and asked to give account of how they spend the monies that have been given to them? Imagine someone like the First Lady of Nigeria, I'm talking about Aisha Buhari, when she came up and disclosed to Nigerians that they don't even have Panadol in the Aso Rock Clinic. It's crazy, especially when you link it up with what Nnamdi Kanu has just said, listing out the amount that have been given. Bros, even if you are first class thief, and they give you as much as 3 billion naira, bros, and you just use 400 million naira, you can provide all what that hospital needs. Not just any kind of thing, but things of quality. Right now, it wouldn't have been a case of, let's fly this person abroad, let's go to so place and seek refuge and seek medical attention and seek medical help. It wouldn't have come to that level, because everything that is required would have been perfected. Right now, we don't even have a research institute. We do not even have a government-owned research institute, in all the states, whereby, biological experts, biological scientists would have jumped into those labs or research institute and start looking out for solution to this issue which have troubled the whole of the nation. You see what has been happening, that there are times you feel that what you are doing it right, but God wants to prove to all of them that they have been shooting themselves in the foot all this while. Look at somebody like Keyamo, who is so sober now, telling Nigerians that what we are currently passing through is God's punishment on us for all the evil that we have been doing, which therefore mean most of them have an idea that what they have been doing to Nigerians is actually a great evil. There's one video I watched from one of the channels, and it was really mind-blowing when they announced that Abba Kyari has been infected by the virus, that he has tested positive to the virus. There's this young man that he dressed in check. He's not a soldier. He's not anything related to that. But the guy was so angry. He said, why was it not Buhari? He mentioned the name of Buhari. He said, why was it not Buhari? That right now people would have been drinking and celebrating because they know that he wouldn't have been able to survive it. That he so much desire that it was Buhari. I was weakened to my bone marrow. I said, what? This level of boldness, it therefore means Nigerians are tired of what is currently happening in the country. Look at the situation that we have found ourselves. A horrible situation. Right now, I'm so grateful for some of the state governors who have decided to take the bulls by the horn. The likes of Wike, the likes of Cross River State Governor, the likes of Akwa Ibom State Governor, the likes of Ekiti State Governor, and other governors in the north. That lockdown, let there be no form of, say, interstate transportation, because that it's a way of transporting the sickness in. No more flights are going into Wike's River State. No more road transport from any far distance place into Cross River State, into Akwa Ibom State and the like. They just want to see how they can stop the spread of this disease. Because guess what? That's the only way out here. That's just the only way out. It will stop if everybody keeps staying back at home, though I know the Nigerian system is quite different. The white WHO has been talking about stay back home. And guess what the United States of American government did? They provided what they call stimulus package for their people, and it's going to be paid to them in the month of March, April, as long as it lasts, though Donald Trump had talked about that everything needs to start again and all of that. But hey, if this disease continues to invade nations like this, there is no way economic activity can continue. I think this is the set time that all countries need to fall back on their own reserve. But when it comes to Nigeria, nothing has been done. The only thing I can say has been done is the fact that Nigeria has been, at least they have reduced the fuel, this thing from 145 to 125, which for Nigerians is nothing. Every Nigerian, the system we find ourselves is that every day you need to hit the road so that you can make money for yourself. You need to hit the road, especially those who are not gainfully employed by the government. You need to go to work. You need to work out your ass so that you can provide for your household, especially for those who are caregivers. They have nothing to do than to keep hitting the road. So now, at this point, expectation, especially based on the suggestion by Atiku Abubakar, the former vice president of Nigeria, he suggested that Nigeria should please provide a stimulus package for its own citizenry, and he has already put on ground 50 million naira. 50 million naira. There's another billionaire also who came up and put down, I think, a 1 billion naira. All of that, let them see how they can help Nigerians out during this period of trouble, because we already know that the system we find ourselves cannot fix things. That's why individuals are waking up to their corporate responsibility. Individuals, and not just in the corporate individuals, are waking up and trying to see how they can help Nigerians out. And right now, it's not good enough. The pains that we are passing through is caused by the government. Our leaders, they have caused Nigerians to pass through this pain. And that's why most people are so grateful that when coronavirus came, he went first of all to our leaders to greet them, give them a good handshake before stepping down. We are hoping and believing that all of this will be put under check. Then for the case of Nyari, we do not know if truly he is in town, according to Nnamdi Kanu. But we are still waiting to see what will be the result from now henceforth. As time progresses, we'll get to know if what Nnamdi Kanu said is actually true. Well,